What is up, you guys? It's your girl Melly Mel back for another video. So look, I decided I wanted to implement a new kind of series on my channel that I am seriously thinking about naming Hot Tops and Soggy Bottoms. And it's going to be pretty much a run through of some pretty hot popular topics that I see scrolling down my Instagram in the morning that I kind of have like an opinion on, or something I just want to talk about, or just a hot topic that's in the news today or that's been in the news over the past couple of days. Shady celebrity drama. I know, like, some of us are still living up in the house like me, and celebrities have become kind of an interest lately. So there's been tons of celebrity stuff going on that I just feel like I want to talk about, and I feel like, fuck it, I might as well put it on YouTube and talk about it, because I'll be sharing stuff on my Instagram and I don't know, I don't feel like they really have teeth unless you see me talking about it. So I decided I might as well go ahead and put this stuff on YouTube. But if you're not already, you can definitely go ahead and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Sister Sweetness, SISTAHSWEETNESS. Okay, get into it. I do be sharing some of these stories on my story, with quick little captions or something about how I feel about it. But here on Hot Tops and Soggy Bottoms, I'm gonna actually talk about things a little bit more and really divulge into my personal opinion on things. So stay tuned. So the first topic that I saw scrolling on my Instagram today, which I would call a hot top, would be Offset getting to ring the NASDAQ bell for the company Reservoir Media being publicly traded today. And I've never heard of this company before, Reservoir Media, but it's the first female founded independent media company that is to be publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So okay, that's cute. The company has signed the Migos apparently in 2017, and they own all the rights to the Migos music. I'm not a big Migos fan, but I thought that was cute that they let Offset, a member of the Migos, go ahead and ring the bell for them to be publicly traded on the NASDAQ today. So if you in stocks markets or whatever, go ahead and check them out. It's Reservoir Media. And I'm all for female foundations, honey. So go ahead, y'all. I hope they get, publicly traded and do what they need to do. I can really respect that. So next little topic, I would call this a soggy bottom, is Summer Walker and London on the track going back and forth on social media, honey. They have been going back and forth on the social media for a while now. Summer loves to one day call out London on the track for being a, distant father, a deadbeat father, if you will. And, London on the track claps back or shows pictures of the baby like, look, I'm doing what I need to do as a dad, so what's really going on? But as today, Summer's claiming that London on the track is constantly calling and DMing people around her because she has blocked him, and he's calling around and DMing people around her so that Summer's new man apparently stays away from their little baby bubbles. Which is so weird to me. I don't have kids, I don't have a baby daddy, none of that baby daddy drama, but I really don't understand why London would be pressed to keep another man away from his baby if she claims that he's such a deadbeat and not doing anything for the baby. So why would all of a sudden he be pressed about another man being around the baby? I don't know, child. This is what they are saying. This is all allegedly. This is what they're saying all over her little Galactahorse, her Galactahor, what is that, one of those Finstas, the fake Instagrams. That's where she loves to run and talk her trash about London. And she's over there saying that he needs to come pick up this truck he ain't even paid off yet. She likes paid off stuff, and he's over here acting crazy or whatever. London on the track is claiming he's got a new woman who's not even down for all of that, who wouldn't go for him DMing everybody around her to try to keep the next man off her or whatever. So he's like, you sound crazy. And he was basically saying like, girl, you talking about me not paying off a truck, but them titties ain't even paid off for it. Lord, yeah, they're going back and forth like cats and dogs on this social media, and it's funny to watch and read because they be spilling a little bit of tea about each other, but it's quite annoying because it happens so often, and it's like y'all both are not really doing the best by your baby, in my opinion, by going through all of this on social media where hundreds and millions of public eyes have an opinion on what's going on between you two. It's crazy, and it's not crazy, it's intense, and I really just wish parents would keep stuff like this off the internet. Like, y'all laid down to have a baby, y'all should be mature enough to come together and find some kind of like common ground between you two, where y'all don't have to keep running to the social media and talking crap about each other. It's just so tacky to me. Like, I've never been a really big Summer Walker fan. I do like some of her music, not all, but some of her songs I do like. But the way that she carries herself on social media and some of the things that she be posting, I'm not really here for it. And you know, he's even saying himself, like, her mental health is not where it needs to be at, which I can kind of see, because like I said, some of the things that Summer Walker posts, I just be looking like, what was the reason? Like, why are you posting this on the internet for everybody to see? Girl, you look and sound crazy. And she does pretty much go back and forth. Sometimes she posts how great of a dad London is, and then I guess whenever she's mad at him, he's a deadbeat, he ain't doing shit for her. Ow, no. But yeah, and also London on the Track's baby mama Ebony had to go ahead and step in and talk about how London saved Summer Walker from the strip club, and nobody heard about her until he put her on, so she needs to be ungrateful. And she also kind of spoke about her mental health not really being up to par, which, I mean, it could be speculated that, you know, something may be wrong with her mentality, because she does tend to do this a lot. Like I'm saying, her and London on the Track go back and forth damn near every other week. And it's pretty annoying. And again, as a whole mother now, a grown-up, and you know you're a celebrity, and you know that people know your Finsta account, I don't know why you would go and run to the internet with your problems. Like, it's not going to solve them. You are just putting yourself out there to look kind of, yeah, you finish the rest of that sentence. I'm not gonna say it, but you know, you put yourself out there to not look in the best light when you're going back and forth with your baby daddy, and then you're posting all this other weird things, and you have so much to say about a lot of this other stuff, and people are already still speculating about Summer Walker's baby because of, you know, the weight that she lost or didn't have or whatever. People still not 100% saying, you know, are rooting for Summer Walker as the best mom of the year. So I really think they should just go into some type of counseling or something, because social media is not the place to work out your baby daddy drama. It really is not. It really is not. So I really hope that they can fix all that, because then you got his baby mamas jumping in talking about you, and it's just like, girl, you could have kept all this off the internet. You know, your baby is a baby now, but one day she's going to have all of this stuff to look back on, like, wow, my parents were really doing this shit on the internet. Like, it ain't the best. Good luck to them, but I don't know, it's all just weird. Something else for Soggy Bottom news is Reverend Jesse Jackson. He's been moved to a rehab center as he continues to battle COVID. It was reported week or two ago that he and his wife had contracted COVID, and they both were put into the hospital. They both are very above age. I'm pretty sure they're like in their 80s now. But they unfortunately contracted COVID. They are both continuing to fight. His wife is in the ICU now, and she's getting oxygen treatments to help her breathe on her own, which is good, I guess, but you know, it's still not the best news. Reverend Jesse Jackson was in Chicago's Northwestern Memorial Hospital for about a week battling COVID, and then today I guess he has been moved to the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, where he's also getting treatment for his Parkinson's disease that he was diagnosed for in 2015, which is good. I really hope that, you know, Jesse Jackson pulls through. He's been such a pillar in our Black community. I really would hate to be, you know, having to say RIP. I really hope him and his wife pull through and get better. This is sad news. So hopefully they can get better and really just beat this thing. It's scary, but let's hope they beat it, y'all. Um, another thing in Soggy Bottom news is people think that the boxing match between Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley was rigged. And I did see a couple of videos of the fight, because I'm not a boxing fan, I'm not a sports fan at all, but I did see a couple videos where it did kind of look like Jake Paul, or no, where Tyron Woodley was kind of like hitting Jake Paul or whatever, and then he'd kind of just stop and wait, and it was very odd. Like, it didn't look like Tyron was very set on winning. It kind of looked like he was, you know, hit him a few, give him a little rest, and wait for him to kind of come back at him. It was kind of weird. I'm not no boxing fan, like I'm saying, but it did look like they had something kind of set up where it wasn't the best. You know, they both were kind of shocked at the results that Jake Paul won. You know, Tyron is saying it's unfair, whatever. They're not very much agreeing with how some of the judges judged the fight, but social media is like, y'all know y'all rigged this. You know, it's very apparent that y'all rigged this thing. Stop trying to play us for a fool. So that's something I want to continue to look up for, because I don't know boxing. I don't know, you know, how they were rigged this or whatever, but that's on the news. That's a topic to explore. I guess on Hot Tops news, Drake's album Certified Lover Boy is supposed to drop on September 3rd, which is this Friday, and the album cover is strange. It is a bunch of different colored emojis that are pregnant, and it's very odd. Like, I read one of the posts, I think it was on Hollywood Unlocked, like, what in the Nick Cannon is going on? Because why is this your album cover? Emojis, regular Apple iOS emojis, the pregnant lady, and it's just different colors of them in a box, just different colored emoji lady, pregnant emoji ladies. And apparently that's the album cover that's supposed to be for Certified Lover Boy, coming out on September 3rd. It's very awkward, and it's just like, why, Drake? Why? You didn't even tell us about your first son. You feel me? So why are you sitting here putting these pregnant emojis as an album cover? It's very odd. I have not been a Drake fan in years. I liked it better when he did the love songs and all that. I'm not here for the champagne poppy. He wants to be moving bricks and all that. I just don't see that from Mr. Aubrey. That's not who I was introduced to. And I prefer the actual lover boy singing about love and emotions and all that. That's the Drake I prefer. Who he is now, I'm not sure. I'm not personally looking out for Certified Lover Boy, to be honest with you. It's not, like I said, I'm not a fan of him anymore. So, I don't know. I just thought the album cover was very strange, and hopefully there will be an explanation for it or something, because it's just, yeah, pregnant emojis. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to let us know something without letting us know something. I guess we'll see on September 3rd, boo. I guess we'll check it out then. Ooh, and speaking of album covers, another little, I guess, soggy bottoms, I'll put this in, because Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, we love him, shades Kanye on his album cover, honey. It is a mess. So apparently Childish Gambino had an album called 31520, where his album cover was just a white screen. It was just an all blank square for his album cover. That was it. So now that Kanye dropped Donda, what, yesterday? Or the day before yesterday? I'm not sure. He dropped Donda, and Donda's album cover is just a plain black square. Just plain black. That's it. Like, no writings, no nothing, just plain black. So after what, years, I guess, of Childish Gambino not tweeting on Twitter, he popped up with a tweet saying, "I love being so influential." And people are definitely speculating that it is in reference to Kanye's Donda album being just a plain square of color. You know, even though, you know, Childish Gambino's was white and Kanye's Donda is black, it's still basically the same concept. An empty square, no writing, no nothing, just empty, just one color, that's it. So a lot of people are speculating that it is about that. There hasn't been any clearing up of what he was talking about regarding that, but a lot of people assume that it is definitely towards Kanye and Donda, which I can see. I can see that because they're both very strange. Like, why would you put just a random colored square as your album cover? But a lot of people on social media have also been going back and seeing how other artists have been doing the same thing. Like Kendrick Lamar, his Untitled Unmastered album was this just plain greenish kind of color, just a plain square. Like, so people are like, y'all both have been copying other people, so chill, you feel me? Like, it's obvious that, you know, Kanye isn't directly copying Childish Gambino for just having a plain square as their album cover. It's just what people are doing nowadays, I guess. I don't know, when you can't have anything creative come to mind, let's just put a blank square right there, nobody will care. It's lazy to me because it's just like there was no thought, nothing put into it. I mean, especially for Kanye, let me say, just for Kanye's album, if you dedicated this album to your mom, Donda is the name of his mother that passed away years ago, why wouldn't you put like a picture of your mom, like an old picture of maybe him and his mom together, something like you named this newest album after your late mother, and the only thing you put on the album cover was a black color. It's strange. It's strange to me because I just am like, why wouldn't you put anything related to your mom? I don't know, a letter she may have sent, something to signify your mother as well, like besides just the title of the album. No, he just left it like that, just a black square dedicated to my mama, that's it. And it's just like, you couldn't come up with anything else. Okay. And speaking of Kanye, let's go back to these other soggy bottom topics here. Both Soulja Boy and Chris Brown are throwing shade at Kanye for apparently being left off the Donda album, which I find hilarious, to be honest, because yikes. So they're both, Soulja Boy and Chris Brown are both kind of miffed at Kanye. Apparently Soulja Boy was supposed to be on the song called Remote Control from the album. He's sitting here saying that Kanye sent him a recording of the album. He sent him his verse, all of that. Soulja Boy even went on Twitter and exposed the DMs between him and Kanye, confirming, you know, hey, here's my verse for the album. Oh, Kanye's like, yeah, that's fine, let's go, blah, 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 blah. And the album released, and Soulja Boy's like, so I don't have a verse on this bitch? Okay. So he's over here on social media calling, he's calling Kanye West weird and all that stuff. Like, he's not feeling the fact that he left him out, because it's like Kanye, from the text that Soulja Boy released that are allegedly between them two, it kind of seemed like Kanye reached out to him to be on the song. It wasn't like Soulja Boy requested to be on the song or anything like that. It looked like Kanye West reached out to him, and then for him to reach out to him, do all of this, he put the verse and sent Soulja Boy sent the verse back to him and all that. He's saying it's great, it's awesome, blah blah blah, let's go. And for the finished product to be released and he's not even on it, I can understand where he's coming from. Like, bro, that is weird behavior. Like, why did you reach out to me to do all of this and then not put me on the thing, put me on the actual final product? Weird behavior. So he's on social media calling him weird. And Chris Brown called him a ho. Called him a ho. Like, nah, you're just a ho. Not a piece of ho, not a little ho. You a ho. And I'm not sure what song that Chris Brown was supposed to be on, but obviously he wasn't on any, or not the one he wanted, whatever. And it's pretty sad. It's got him pretty miffed again on social media, calling this man a ho. And a lot of people aren't feeling the fact that Kanye West recently was kind of going on social media talking about how his label was trying to stunt his album because of a song that he did with Lil Baby, or not Lil Baby, excuse me, not Lil Baby, Da Baby, Da Infant, Da Fool, you know. So he was Kanye West was sitting here trying to expose DaBaby's label for, you know, kind of putting a pause or hold up on his album for not clearing a song that DaBaby was supposed to be on. It ended up getting cleared and ended up being an addition after this album was already released. They added on the song that DaBaby was supposed to be on, the part 2. I think it's called Jail, and it's Jail part 2 that DaBaby is on. A lot of people were happy that it seemed like Kanye West took DaBaby off and actually put on Jay-Z instead, but no, Kanye decided, no, I'm gonna keep both songs with both artists. You know, he recently had the listening party in Chicago, and he had DaBaby and Marilyn Manson with him, you know, at the listening party on the replica of his hometown home with him, you know. So it was apparent that he's still working with DaBaby. He didn't have any ill will toward DaBaby, so he still really wanted that song with him on his album, and he got that. So a lot of people aren't feeling that he still, you know, even was working with him, even invited him to be at the Donda listening party recently, and they're just not feeling the fact that he kept that song with him on his album. And I can't blame him, because DaBaby really kind of needs to go. That's my take on that. DaBaby kind of really needs to just go. Yeah. Another soggy bottom topic is Ed Asner has passed away at the age of 91. Ed Asner was an activist and the president of the Screen Actors Guild. He was the most awarded performer in Emmy history. He apparently snagged 7 Emmys before his passing and tons of other awards. He apparently was a very great performer and actor, and he has passed away. I'm not sure of what. I haven't read anywhere of what he actually passed away from. But rest in peace to Ed Asner. He was the character, I believe, in the Pixar film Up, with the house and the balloons and all that. He played the old guy. So RIP to him. So sorry to hear that. Up was a really great movie, and it sucks that, you know, somebody who's apparently was very well liked and well performed is no longer with us. So RIP to him and his family. Another soggy bottom topic is Kimura Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons are still going through this this court battle, honey. Yeah, so Kimura Lee Simmons denies the fraud that Russell has accused her of. If you don't know, Russell Simmons had accused Kimura Lee Simmons of using shares from his energy drink company Celsius to pay for her new husband's legal fees. Kimura's hubby, Tim Lesner, he is an investment banker that she married in 2014, and he pleaded guilty to money laundering charges in 2018 to a company called One Malaysia Development Berhad. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that, but that's the company that he pled guilty to money laundering charges to, and he agreed to pay back $44 million to the company. But Kimura is saying that the shares, her and Russell's shares in Celsius, the energy drink company, are just temporarily being held by the federal authorities to serve as collateral for Tim's bond. Tim's been released out on bond. As long as he pays back this $44 million, he should be fine. But apparently federal authorities have seized Kimura's shares, Kimura and Russell's shares in the Celsius brand, and it's just seizing. It's only temporarily seized. She's claiming she never put it towards anything, any of Tim's fees or any legal anything. It's held by the federal authorities, so Russell shouldn't be suing her, basically. He shouldn't be suing her at all. It's going to be returned to Russell, and it's just a matter of time. So I thought that was kind of weird, because when I first heard that Russell was suing Kimura, I was just like, oh my god, why can't these two leave each other alone? But now it's coming out that the shares were temporarily withheld, you know, so it did kind of look like they were gone to Russell, and if you got some money missing and you know your ex-wife's husband is going through some things, I mean, it makes sense to go ahead and put it together that, you know, is she doing this for him? What does she do? Leave my money up out of it. Y'all handle what y'all got to do together. Leave my money, my shares, my whatever up out of y'all new thing. So we'll continue to watch out for that and see how that plays out. I just thought that was pretty interesting that, you know, they're still going through this battle. And now, you know, Kimura is trying to deny the fraud and trying to say, hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. It was the federal who took those shares and it's going to be given back. It's not being used towards what you think it's being used towards. So chill. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's all I got right now for my first couple of topics. These are just things that I just scrolled down Instagram, honey, and was checking out and seeing, and I thought they were cute little topics or whatever to talk about for my first little episode. So if you enjoy this segment of hot tops and soggy bottoms, please drop down in the comments and let me know. Don't forget to like the video, share the video if you can. I really would appreciate, the channel would really appreciate it. So go ahead and help us grow, and I will definitely probably keep this up. I'll try to be on a more consistent basis with this when I'm not getting my Bath and Body Works orders. I'll try to go ahead and fill up the content with a little celebrity news, a little gossip or whatever. All of this is allegedly too, by the way, y'all. I ain't trying to get sued by nobody. This is stuff that I'm going down my Instagram and seeing, and that I thought I would have a little opinion on and just chat about for a bit. So I'm not saying any of this is 100% true. If I mix up any facts or anything, please drop down in the comments and let me know. But I'm not saying any of this is the gospel truth at all. At all. These are just topics that I just had a little something to say about. So if you enjoyed it, like I said, let me know in the comments, like the video. That'll let me know you enjoyed it. And I'll get to y'all in the next one, honey. Don't be surprised when you see this face again. All right, y'all. Peace.